Good everyone, it's Calvin here, coaching company in New Zealand. Right, we're going to run over the communication pins of a 1UZ vvti from the ls400s or from the 151 crown. This does not apply to the 170 series crowns, and I should have actually said 150 series crowns because there's 155s as well and other ones in that series. So ucf20 vvtis, that's in the ls400s, and ucf21s because that's just a suspension change. Okay, so 2021, same on the engine, ECU communications, and they totally changed the pinouts when they went to the later vvtis out of the crown, so don't go plugging them in. They also moved where the ECU sits from the inside the cabin into the engine bay. Okay, so this is an inside the cabin setup. Right, I've got my setup in front of me. Let's have a look. And I've got my pinout from the my own wiring instructions right there. Okay, and I sell wiring instructions that cover a lot of this sort of stuff, and a lot of people have trouble getting the communications working, and it's actually really simple. Right, here's our Obd2 plug. Now, really interesting, a lot of plugs are numbered like that. Okay, so this is number 1, which is correct. So when we turn it round, there is number 1. Okay, these are the same. There is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is in the top where it's the wider bit. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 is power. Voltage. Generally it is a permanent battery voltage. Often through a fuse, so that is permanent 12 volts in pin 16, right by my thumb. Pins 4 and 5. It's my little pokey thing, eh? Little pokey thing. So pin 4 is a chassis ground and pin 5 is a signal ground. So this would normally go back to the block, and this would go ideally to E2 on a Toyota ECU, which is the common ground on the signals or on the sensors. Not vital. You can put that to chassis, it'll work fine. Okay, so there we go. That's chassis and signal, but you can just ground the two of them. And then the communication wire that was important on these ECUs here, and it comes from the E plug, so A, B, C, D, E. They can also be numbered with a number, a letter and a number configuration. Okay, so this is also known as E15 on some diagrams, and that just gets people confused a little bit, but let's stick with E. I've actually written E on the side, and it is E11. So it happens to be this purple wire here, E11. Of course, we're counting from the back, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That purple wire, and that comes over to here to pin 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Earth's 6, 7. There's 1, 8 is at the end. Now there are some other pins that can be used in this connector. Okay, we've got TC, timing check, which is down in here. That's used for manually flashing some stuff and resetting immobilizers and doing some checking, diagnostics there. Okay, I'm going to have to see my own little setup. We've got WFSE, which would normally be here, and you can also put a tacho wire, which is in that one there. So some of those will be present. Now, I'm only talking about engine wiring here. So if you get one of these in a factory car, you could have some ABS, some airbag, some other stuff populated in that plug. Also to note that the wiring does change between some models with regard to which pin they use for the communication, depending on which communication protocol it is using. So in this case, it is pin 7 for that 1UZ vvti engine, ucf20, 21, celsiors, ls400s, and they ran, the production here actually runs from the end of 97 through until the end of 2000. So that is the production year. The American guys will be model years 98 to 2000. Also, JDM crowns. So that is the 150 series crowns. Again, late 97. And they actually went a little bit further past 2000 before we got the 170 series. I might have been late into 2000. I didn't. I'm going off my head here. So the 150. Now the 150 series crown has a very similar pinout to the UCF 2021 vvti. However, they have no multiplex and no immobilizers. So their pinout is very similar but a little bit different. And they also need a speed input back from the dash to the ECU, where these ones don't. I'll flick around and I'll say the reason for this. The reason this has come up is I had a man travel from Australia to New Zealand on holiday. He brought his ECU over because none of the Australian mechanics could get communication. Trouble with scan tools and other issues that they just couldn't get into it. And I set up this little loom. I powered it up. I got communication using my scan tool. I used my Hanatech, and then I use a Foxwell. I used to be able to get little dongles, Bluetooth dongles, and then they went and changed the protocol, and then they don't work anymore, which is bloody annoying. But we got communication with the ECU from here. I then plugged his ECU in and checked it, and I got communication fine. There were no fault codes because it had been unplugged, okay, as such. So as soon as you unplug the power supply, which is in the also in that E-plug, once you unplug that, there is no longer any codes stored. But that's okay. We achieved communication, which was what we were trying to do. He's now sent me a little email, and the communication pins that he's got on his email are wrong. So I thought, I'll solve this problem once and for all. We'll do a video, put it out, how to do it. It's probably going to end up in my wiring instructions because those are the guys that have supported me. So hopefully that's been helpful. And you can get some communication with your scan tool and help with your diagnosis and check that you've wired it correctly as well. Right, hope that's helpful. Talk to you again soon. Catch you later.